Okay, very interesting topic today and kind of very close to me. I want to talk about how the sense of I or the sense of self or a strong sense of self is causing resistance in your entrepreneurship growth and in your entrepreneurial growth as a whole. And when we talk about this, like, I don't want to talk about why it's necessary for you to lose all identities and go complete spiritual or philosophical in that sense. But yeah, in spirituality, they talk about when you lose the sense of self or completely lose the sense of I, it's like the term they use is enlightenment or the awakening or becoming conscious or being aware and all those things. So in spirituality, these are the terms they use for losing the sense of I. Even in philosophy, they call it decentering or unselfing, and they believe that the sense of I is ego, so it's like dissolving the ego completely. And that's what the I is. And we are not going to talk about how to do it because there are enough videos on YouTube on dissolving the sense of I. We cannot even talk about, I'm not eligible to talk about what are the problems it's causing, but I can only talk about entrepreneurship and how a strong identity, because it comes from my personal experience, and how a strong identity can cause or stop your growth in your, or even takes away from your genuine interest, what is good for your business. Once we are going with step by step, you'll understand what I mean. Number one, it's about the delusion of serving the business. And why I say it's the delusion of serving the business, a lot of times an entrepreneur has this delusion that they are serving the business, but it's actually indirectly, directly, they are serving the identity of themselves. When the idea of becoming comes in your mind, that I want to become rich, become famous, become, be more respected between my peers, want to be seen a certain way, even if those ideas comes towards your business, that I want my business to be seen a certain way, these are all identities. Because when it comes to serving your business, then you are just thinking about serving your clients and serving your clients better. And that's where the delusion comes in, that whenever you are thinking about becoming, this delusion of serving the business comes, but actually you are still serving your I or the self and the identity. Number two, you don't get to decide how your business will grow and in which aspect your business will grow. And the further you try to control this, the further you go away from non-duality. The principle of non-duality is that there is no doer, and doing happens through you once you surrender. And the idea of trying to be seen or trying to be famous in one particular department, or you choosing that I want to be seen as premium, I want to be seen that I'm famous for this particular service, not that particular service, because a lot of other people are doing that service already. So these ideas are still your identity, and you don't get to choose that. Because when you are growing in particular field and you try and sabotage those growth and those growth metrics, and you try to come back to this, normalizing that I know we are not growing in this department, but we really need to focus more on this department, and we need to push on social media and other places that we are famous for this. This is all the ideas that you have about the identity, and you're trying to create your own identity as your business identity. Again, number third, your business identity. If you are actually serving to an identity, the major signs will be that you really want your business to look like something. I don't want to play, like terms like, I don't want to play the quantity game, I want to play the quality game, I want to serve like these. And these are things where universe gets to decide that how your business will grow, and you just have to go with it and trust the universe. You just have to go with the flow, and something in you will tell you that yeah, this is serving well to the clients. And I personally am a believer that if you are aligned with universe, the first sign will be profits. And if you're not seeing those, if you're not seeing growth, not in one but in any department, that is where universe is kind of telling you that maybe you are going the wrong way, and maybe it's time to take a U-turn. Whatever you were supposed to learn at this particular stage, you have learned already, and maybe it's time to look things from different perspective. When you're looking for your customers, then you're looking for your customers' problems and their desires, and you don't think that this is the only problem I want to solve, or this is the only desire I want to fulfill. If you're capable of fulfilling any desire or any problem, you go ahead and do that. You don't think from your own identity that I have got a degree or a training in just solving this specialization. You don't think from that perspective. When you're a business owner, you think from all aspects, that this particular thing can help 10% of my clients, this particular service can help. Whether I can perform it or not, that's not a call that you get to make, because you're serving the business, you're serving the clients, you're not serving your own identity over here. Another sign that you are kind of serving your I or self or the image is actually called the fear of image, where you get really hyped up and worried when a negative review comes in. You are always trying to create happy customers, you are trying to always go with the flow. You really care that how other businesses sees you in the industry. Do they respect you as one of your own? That particular thing, that particular fear of image would not let you try something new or create a differentiation which can actually help your client. But it's always about that if they aren't doing it, why should I go ahead and start it? These kind of factors where you are always thinking how the world is perceiving you or perceiving your business is still serving the identity. It's never about serving the customer, the end client. And businesses are created in a way where universe really wanted you to serve someone or solve that particular problem for someone. And when you go from that mentality, universe takes you for a ride you cannot ever calculate in your mind, a desire that you don't have. You just go with your intuition, and whatever your next 5-year plans are, that goes down the garbage, because it doesn't matter. It only matters what you feel like doing right now, and it takes you on the journey. You are not trying to become something, or you're not trying to be at a place. You are just going with the flow, and that's what a strong sense of I, once you remove that, it really helps you in that sense. Another thing, I know a lot of founders will disagree to this, but another particular thing that says that you are still serving the I is that you really want to be the face of it. You really want to be the face of the business. You really want to be on podcast. Every time you hear another podcast or a news coverage about another founder making it big and all, you really expect that you should be there, and you really feel like what should be the way for me to be there. And that is where the whole idea comes in. That and this idea of this Elon Musk, Jeff Bezos, and other big entrepreneurs, that we think that were they enlightened? Did they lose the sense of I while they were working hard? And why did they work hard and all those things? So the idea is that they were in the flow of something, and this is proven that then whenever, let's say, you are playing a badminton game, you are in flow of something, the sense of I disappears. And when you are working in your business in that flow of things, the sense of I disappears for few months and years altogether, because you were in the flow of something. And when they get out of that flow, once they got this success, what world calls as success, they didn't care about that part. They were not expecting to reach over there. They just reached over there because they found that the best of the best performance happens when you are in the flow. And technically at that time, the sense of I completely disappears. And when you are in that moment, you are literally a living god, that just with the sway of your hand, you can change things. Like universe, you feel like universe works within you, for you, at that particular stage. And that is something where you literally kill all kind of ego that is there, the I, the identity, where you want to become something, where you want to look like something. Once that goes away, everything just works for you. And the biggest sign of that will always be growth. Because if your business, if your profits, if there is a particular thing that is not growing, in any single department, there is a sign that universe really wants you to take a U-turn and rethink everything, because doing things better, or I should say optimizing for things, can work sometimes, but a lot of times it's not about doing things better, it's about doing things differently, and that's how universe wants you to serve your customers. So yeah, that's all about entrepreneurship and how it's connected to universe, and how the sense of I, or the sense of me being a separate self and want to be seen as something, comes in the way of you and your entrepreneurial growth. And yeah, I really hope this video helps you, and I'll see you when I see you.